in their traditional blue shirts. Spoke to Simon Amor during the week, Rob Bickerman, and he said they've got some big injuries. They don't have a dedicated kicker. Some of their key players are out and they've been playing a heck of a lot of rugby. They had the Asia 7 series just last weekend here in Dubai. It's going to be a tough challenge for them this weekend, but we know they'll give it everything.
Well, they certainly will. Might be a case of Simon Amor under-promising and over-delivering, you'd hope, and trying to manage expectations of what we're going to be seeing. But I do feel, when asked about the significance of Samoa, Ruben Keane going to ref it. Samoa are the team that are really bubbling away. Fourth in their last 5 events. They just can't quite get over that line. The semi-finals they've been playing have been so tight throughout, but they are hugely impressive rugby players.
So it'll be Japan who will get us underway. They're running right to left. This is the round 1 game in Pool D for these two sides. Samoa won their pool in Hong Kong in the opening round of the series, and a big carry early on, and Paul Slayton out up towards the halfway line. They got the penalty early as well.
Tackle, keep going.
Maliko just feigns to dish and then gives it away, and now here comes this Samoan side. Have just got such attacking energy and flair at the moment, and one of their big try scoring threats, Sione, will get their opener in Dubai.
Well, all 7 of them pretty much attacking threats. You can see how they carry the ball. Their confidence exudes. Their ball carrying's formidable. They've got the physicality to run through you. They've got the footwork to step inside. It's an all-court game from Samoa, and we're seeing it really click at the moment. Love what Brian Lima is doing with them. Young men playing for each other, and with that Samoan pride backing everything they do. This could be a very daunting prospect for Japan.
Yeah, you mentioned all those 4th place finishes. They turned up at the Singapore Sevens last season with 10 debutants. Completely new look team. That was their first appearance on the series, and they just hit it with a bang, and they've been so tough to beat since. But some possession now for Japan. Yuki Ishii in the 16 shirt looks for the offload, and the try scorer Sione can't affect the counter-ruck. Here's Latianada, most experienced Sevens player in this Brave Blossom Sevens outfit, and there's another decision on the floor. That was Va'apelu Maliko. Mention him in the main man for this Samoan team, but that's a little error. That's not what we're used to seeing from Brian Lima's team of late. Just a breakdown of communication between Onosai and Slater.
Well, certainly from Steve Onosai, very rarely makes errors. Off from the back of most line breaks, you'll find him. Support play extraordinaire. But they'll relish this chance, Samoa, now, because it's a chance to defend. And one of the teams that like to tackle more than they run would be Samoa.
Kurihara feeds the scrum. Number 14, he picks up 5 tries in Hong Kong. He was their standout player.
Turnover's good.
Samoa have just nicked it back again.
Backwards.
A bit of moisture out there, actually. You often get this in Dubai early in the morning. Just at 10:30 here, as things dry out under the heat of the desert. Just slipping is Sione. And it's a penalty this time to Japan. Good work on the floor from Tomonaga for them. Nice offload off the floor, and Japan in behind Samoa here. The handoff from Okudaida. Advantage as well. They got a free hit and a lazy runner for Samoa. Got to be careful. You don't want to go down to 6 in this Pool D opener. Cutout ball over the top, and Japan will score. It is Yuki Ishii. His 9th try in his Sevens career. And that's a really good riposte from the Brave Blossom Sevens.
And how good were some of these passes? Love this off the floor. Kurihara keeping that ball alive. Best line to run is right alongside that breakdown when players are on the floor. But it's the passing skills. It's no shock whatsoever that a team under the tutelage of Simon Amor are going to develop their passing game. One of the best passers when he played. Coaching, all about that technique, throwing the hands through, getting the pass nice and wide with a bit of zip on it. There's the space, and he's over.
Yeah, it took too long for the conversion. You got 30 seconds after you put the ball down. They are on the clock, very strict on that, the officials, so they don't have the opportunity to level the scores. It remains 7-5. There you go, Japan's 100th World Series event since making their debut here in Dubai in the inaugural HSBC World Rugby 7 Series event.
That's a good stat.
Oh, here's a big run now from Tuitama, and he's going to go 60 metres for Samoa. Tuna Tuitama from the Ana Chiefs in Samoa. Yeah, give yourself a round of applause. That was physical stuff. One line break, one try.
The old Samoan step, known the world over.
Okay.
Run it straight challenge everywhere. Whilst Japan are here present in their 100th, not a good stat is to suggest they've only won 2 out of their 30 pool games, and the way Samoa are going, it's not going to end well for them, I feel.
Extra 2, no problem. Good score from Tuitama. He says his rugby idol is All Black 15-a-side centre Rico Ioane.
Substitution. There's 2
There you go, they like a quick tap. 10 of their 20 tries in Hong Kong were from exactly that situation, and they got another one here.
Yeah, also love to kick it. So last season they had nearly a 50% return rate of their kicks regained from possession, and it's such a good attacking weapon. You'll see it throughout this tournament. Samoa spotting that space in behind, they tap it on the foot, and that's where they like to play.
Maliko comes away with it, just bossing that breakdown once more to win the penalty. Offloads off the deck to Uana Sione, a dream teamer from Toulouse last season.
Please don't hold him in the air for too long. Yes.
Quick tap again from the steel on the floor. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Samoa in again.
Yeah, top offloads in Hong Kong, and this is one of them. Latinara's pushed away, but because the 2 players are absorbing the tackle, the line back at the ball. We saw it in that Japanese effort before. If you pop the ball directly in the air and those runners are going back at it, you're going to find the space. It's really simple, but so effective.
Yeah, Sione's second score, 19-5 now. Samoa lead Japan, 30 seconds to go in this first half. Restart to the near side, but that's not going to go the distance, so Japan will get the ball back here. Remember, there's this other subplot this season. We know that the top 4 at the end of the 11 rounds this series are going to qualify for the Olympic Games, but the bottom 4 are going to be in serious relegation danger. There'll be a London Sevens final shootout to avoid dropping down to the Challenger Series, so every point crucial, every game has something riding on it. And if you can get out of your pool and get into the top 8 and get double-figure points out of the tournament,
over here, please.
It could make a big difference to the series outcome. Here's Latinara. We've seen Japan already with a ball in hand make something happen. Can they pick up some more points just before half-time and keep this one alive? They're going to work the short side. Putting the head down is Morita. Penalty, they'll go back. Latinara, he's the main man. Can he get the levers free? Find the offload. There it is. Defensive work still required from Samoa here. Clock's in the red. Latinara goes quickly, puts the head down, and he will score. Kameli Ravavu. Latinara gets one back for Japan, and that's just what they needed before the break.
There was 3 there.
And that is brave. Head down, charging through a couple of Samoans. You don't get many people that would be fancying the chances there, but he gets over the line. And if it were anyone for Japan, you're going to get that inspiration. The war horse, the veteran, but is a wonderful player.
39 years young, still going strong for Japan. 21-12, this one's still in the balance. Samoa, Japan at halftime. Welcome back, plenty of Fijians in the house, as they always are, all around the world at Rugby Sevens event. There'll be an action a little later on, but right now it is their Pacific neighbours Samoa up against Japan. 21-12, good game this. Samoa have gone in the lead and look like they were perhaps going to get out of sight, but Japan have done well to get back into it.
That was well timed, wasn't it? That last play of the first half with Sojima getting stuck in.
So Samoa now right to left, and it's Sione. He can't quite hold on to it. He had 2 tries in the first half. No advantage, knock on. Uana Sione just couldn't quite hold on to that one, but they are one of the best restart teams in rugby sevens.
Ma. Here.
It's a real strength of their game. And as we saw that first half, so's their defence. So again, Samoa looking to try to capitalise on their defensive stats, which are strong, 82%. Conversely, Japan, they've missed 7 tackles in that first half. And you're never going to win a game of sevens with a 22% tackle rate.
Got a penalty here at the scrum. And Japan, little step there, back inside from Miyagami, just trying to find some of his big ball runners. Here's Latianada, picks up that try just before half-time. That was a heavy hit coming in
First
from
action's off feet.
Niulavea for Samoa. A decision comes their way again, so moving upfield. Still plenty of time to go in this one. 21-12, little dummy, but it wasn't sold to Tui
Backwards,
Tama,
play on.
who has caused a turnover here for Samoa. They got the ball back and they're off to the races as well. Bursting through Niuli Letufia, the little scrum half. 5'5", 65 kgs, but he knows how to open the door, and Samoa extend their lead.
We'll talk about doors. There's been a few being closed. Look at this one. That's a massive collision. Tuitama giving it the full force straight through the guts. Oh, feeling that one. Wind exited. And then the gap through the middle. Too much pace.
Yeah, no Malani Mataval for Samoa this weekend, so a lot of responsibility on young 21-year-old Letufia. And he'll have the restart responsibility as well. He sends it straight down the middle in the direction of Onosai, who's been excellent for Samoa, but Japan have the ball. Had their opportunities, but at 28-12 now. Still time on the clock, but you get the feeling the underdogs here need to pick up some points if they're going to feature in terms of a result in this one. Latianada. Tominaga to Sugino, one of the players out of the Talent ID program. There are 3 of them that have been identified by Simon Amor, who are in this team. Kurihara, who scored all those tries in Hong Kong last week. Sugino, who's the little scrum half out there. But Samoa have ripped it away again, got the penalty, and now they can play. Maliko. Sione, he's on a hat-trick. Great to start to his Dubai Sevens if he can finish with a triple here. They're going to get a yellow card.
Straight to the neck.
Yeah, the apology from Latianada. He kind of knew it was coming.
Scrum
for the
call.
high shot.
Here. Scrum.
Yeah, 2 minutes on the sideline. Referee's very aware of any collision height, certainly around the neck or head.
Went through 50 tries with Latianada last series. Real stalwart for this Japan Sevens team. Of course, they haven't been a coronation every series since they made their debut here in Dubai in 2000. But he's played 30 events for them. He made his debut here in Dubai in 2014. But he's out for 2 minutes. 7-on-6 power play for Samoa. A couple of sidesteps there from Tuna Tui Tama, who's impressed already in this game. Letufia, he's got Maliko with him. So dangerous, Maliko. Scored the winning try right on the final play to beat Australia in pool play in Hong Kong a couple of weeks ago. Slater into contact.
Offside.
They're going to get another decision here. Penalties
15.
compounding the defensive responsibilities. Here's Afasua. Shifted
Off the
on
shoulder,
by
play on.
on a side. Tuitama again. He's been all energy as Tuna Tuitama. Hang on.
You cynically played
Another
the ball on
double
the
whistle.
ground.
And another yellow card. Japan down to 5.
Wait, please. Wait till he's off. Yes.
Well, how do you defend this, Rob Vickerman?
Well, you show them the outside and hope that they score it wider. It's just impossible. You're that close to the try line. Anything's going to get them over.
Vavoasa Afasua off the bench and with a try for Samoa. And that will seal the deal for them in this one in Pool D. Up to 33 points. And there's the 2 yellow cards.
Here with me. Hey,
for
with me.
Japan. Almost impossible to defend Samoa down 2 players.
Yeah, too much space. Execution there as well. That was the second yellow. And it's just 2 passes. That's how much space there is.
Thank you.
Got to say, Samoa really stepping up with that Matav out as well. The playmakers with a little bit more pressure. Not having his famed red scrum hat in the middle. Just looking composed from Samoa.
Paul Scanlon. He'll take the restart here.
Substitute. Wait, stop.
Too late.
1:20 to
Too
go.
late.
Samoa looking on course for their first win
No,
of the day.
there's too many on the pitch, Adam. Too many on the pitch.
Match USA after they got the
Adam,
17-12
time
win
off.
over Canada earlier. Forward off the restart.
Time off, please.
Japan have got 7 men on here.
Okay,
Just
so
wait,
they've
please.
got
1, 2,
Latianara
3, 4,
did come out
5,
of the
6,
sin
7.
No, I'm talking.
Sabino's
1, 2,
still in
3,
there.
4, 5, 6, 7.
So they
I
should
have
be
7
down
on
to
the pitch,
6.
guys.
So a bit of a
Okay. It's meant to be 1 in the
confusion
bin.
on the sideline.
Okay. Which player is that meant to be on the bin?
It's a penalty.
Yeah. Yeah. So bring him off, please.
So I remember New Zealand having 8 players on the field once
Okay.
at the Sydney
Thumbs
Sevens
up.
a couple of years ago against Australia. Australia still won the tournament.
That's one
Sorry.
tactic.
Sorry. Just wait. Time off, please. Time
Completely
off.
unintentional.
Sorry,
Worth
was there
noting.
too many at the start of the kickoff? Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
there's
a
going to be a
penalty.
penalty at halfway to restart.
Yes, Adam.
So yeah,
Too
responsibility
many numbers on the pitch.
on Japan to make sure
No, no,
they've
no.
got the right number
No,
of players
to
on the
blue.
field. So
Too
it's a
many on
straight
the
arm
pitch.
penalty to
Wait,
Samoa.
please.
33-12, 1:10 to go. Still playing with 6 here. Japan. Just drifting through is Owen Nue for Samoa. It really has unravelled this one for Japan. Penalty after penalty, double yellow card. And that's number 6 for Manu Samoa.
I did think at the outset the way that Samoa started and what was said around this Japanese team lacking that little bit of experience, it could be a tough prospect. And again, it's just powerful runners hitting the space. It's a real highlight reel for this Samoan team.
Still time for the restart, 30 seconds to go. Climbing high was Opetai. Here's Scanlon. Remember, points difference can be crucial in these 16-team events.
good.
If you got
Yellow card back on. Yellow
3
card.
teams level on points at the end of pool play, comes down to points difference. So Samoa, we wanted to make the most of their opportunities here, but Japan have the ball. And you get the feeling they might just want to wind down the clock here and exercise some damage limitation. Lattianata scoops the ball up off the field. Little hitch kick and offload to get away. You heard the siren for full time. There is Lattianata. Look at him just trying to get the offload away. Those big long levers. He's outstanding. Trying to make up for that yellow card, but he just
10 wide
rolled.
off feet.
No, they went off their feet at the breakdown, Japan. Just trying to secure the ball.
Marks, where you are.
$38-12. Afasua. Sione's there, but Japan get the penalty. Just penalty after penalty at the moment to wind out this one. Japan, of course, will go up against Canada and the USA in their remaining pool games. Lattianata there again. Fukushi.
Blue offside. What number?
We've got a free hit here.
Advantage.
Japan back to the full 7 and no
Advantage
sweeper
over.
in behind for Samoa. And a bit of football required from Koga. And he will put it down. Yoshiyuki Koga will finish off with points for Japan. It won't be enough, but that'll give him some confidence going forward.
Away in the red as well. Fitness levels high enough to execute at this stage of the game, and it's a Samoan tactic against Samoa. The kick in behind. Felt he had time to pick the ball up, but chance it with another nudge. And with the World Cup being not too far away, celebrate those footballing skills.
So Japan with the last say, but Samoa with the dominant performance. A good opening win for them here In Pool D, they have won it by 38 points to 17.